Here she is. This is my daily. It's a little bit of a different video on the channel, but I wanted to talk a little bit about my 2004 Toyota 4Runner. I know I've mentioned it a few times in previous videos, but this is the beater. 200 and I think 30K miles on it, 220 or something like that. Got a nice little scratch from the fiance, backing up into a pole. Classic, very good. But this is the daily. Had her for about 10 years. Been a pretty reliable car. I can definitely talk about some issues that I've had with it, but my whole point of this video is to talk to you about what my plans are for my 2004 limited Toyota 4Runner. 4-liter V6, not the V8, unfortunately. I wish I would have gotten the V8 back in the day, but to be honest, I was in college when I got this. Got a pretty good deal on it. It's been a decent rig. But let's talk about my plans. First things first, I want to start by saying I blew the engine up. Well, not quite blew it up, but oil was leaking into one of the cylinders from a crack in the block. And that was not good. That was going to lead to catastrophic failure. So we caught that early, rebuilt the engine all the way back in like 2018, I want to say, 2017 or something, right after I got the car. So engine's good. Probably got, to be honest, 300,000 more miles on the car. Maybe have to fix the transmission at some point during that time, but I'm planning on keeping this for a really long time. We've done some maintenance mods to it, upgraded, you know, water pump, CV axles, all upgraded. Everything that can go wrong and will go wrong eventually, sort of has at this point in this car's life. Obviously keeping up with oil changes. Just actually changed the oil about a month ago. Really easy to do on these cars. I can do a video on that next time I do it, but my whole point is what I'm gonna do to this car. What are my mods? What are my plans for this car? Starting with the wheels, I want to get some TRD Pro wheels or TRD off-road wheels. I really love the look of the black. And then I need to get some bigger tires. I don't think I can fit 33s on here, but we'll probably go around 31 to 32 inch. So new wheels, new tires. Coming around, you see that I have a rain guard on the rear windows and no rain guard on the front windows. That's because these guys fell off when I was going on the highway, getting onto the highway and getting off the highway. Actually, falling off on both sides, so that's an issue. Probably just gonna take the rears off and go from there. To keep it simple, my only plans for the car right now are to get new wheels, new tires, and new suspension, and then we'll go from there and see how much we want to mod the car. Keep in mind I do still have the M4, but I typically would daily this if I'm going somewhere far, if I just need to put miles on the car. You know, I don't really want to beat up the M4 too much, so this is the daily for now, and it's a good one. Toyota 4Runners, I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with the Toyota 4Runner unless you start to get up into the higher mileage. Then you run into, you know, water pump issues and things like that. So I've replaced the water pump, I've replaced the oil pan just like I did on my M4, CV axles, went through a variety of coils and spark plugs, and your average maintenance obviously is done. So anyways, if you have any recommendations for wheels and tires and suspension and cool mods for the 4th gen Toyota 4Runner, hit me up, drop a comment, let me know what I should do to this car, because I want to get this thing modded up a little bit. I don't really enjoy the stock look of the car. It's not terrible, but you know what I'm saying. One tool that I actually got recently that I'm super excited about is this Oxido jump starter and power bank. Look at this thing. Beautiful. So my plan is to start taking this car off-road and go camping with my friends up in the mountains, and I've replaced the battery actually on this car. So I got a fresh battery just a couple of years ago, but a big fear of mine, I think, is just getting up into the mountains, getting somewhere that I'm not familiar with, and getting stuck there and getting stranded, having to leave my car and figure out a way home. This right here takes care of a lot of those fears for me, I think. So what this does, actually, let me pop my hood. So here's the battery. Obviously went with Duralast Gold. I don't know much about batteries, to be honest. I just got one that had good reviews on the internet. And what you can do is you can actually plug this in. So if I pull this out right here, undo that, and then plug in these cables right here, these jumper cables right into there. Obviously put your, I'm not gonna do it right now because the battery's fully charged. I don't really know what would happen if your battery's fully charged, and I don't wanna experiment with it right now. But you plug it in, attach the positive to the positive, negative to the grounds, and turn it on. hit start and it starts charging your battery, starts jumping your battery. So what this is going to do is really help me out with any sort of, like I said, fears of my battery dying out there, leaving my lights on, something causing, sorry, there's a school bus behind me and it's pretty loud. I don't know if that's going to mess with the audio or not, but like I said, that's going to help with easing my anxiety of getting stuck out there. And with the older vehicle like this with so many miles, you just never know like how reliable it's going to be, right? Toyota 4Runners typically are pretty reliable, so it's not like I'm taking, you know, some junker up there, 80s, 90s car, right? At least it's a 2004 and we got something going for us here. I used to have a 1984 4Runner, so that thing was pretty unreliable at that stage of my life. But anyways, man, pretty cool stuff. It's also a power bank, so you can charge your phone and your tech devices here with a USB and a USB Type-C cable port. If you need to use it, right, there are lights. Set it up on the ground if you break down on the highway and stuff. So overall, I think this is a really good tool to have. Something that you definitely want for a car like, you know, a Toyota 4Runner that's up in its later stages. But really for any car, I think. Engine bay is just dirty. I need to give the car love. I don't know what that is. I need to give the car some love. So that's the plans. Wheels and tires first. I actually have a bad rotor. I think I have a warped rotor. Every time I brake, there's this spot on the rotor that when I brake over it, it sort of causes the car to jerk a little bit. So as I'm coming to a stop, the car does this little jerking, you know, dancing motion almost. Really annoying. And I've taken it to the shop before, had them take a look at it, and they're like, no, your brakes are fine, your rotors are good, they're just a little warped. Nothing that's a cause for concern. So I gotta go get it checked out soon though, just because I'm getting a little nervous about it. Kind of want to get the issue just fixed in general. That's the plan, man. And then suspension. So let me know. I don't know really anything about off-road suspension. I know a lot about M4 and sports suspension, coilovers, things like that. Not a big, you know, I don't really know much about off-road suspension. So if you got any advice, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Drop a comment, give me some advice and helpful tips. But yeah, man, shout out to Oxido. If you guys need any sort of tools or lights, or specifically that jumper box, I think that that's a super useful tool to have. If your battery life, or if your car dies frequently or anything like that, if your battery life is low, definitely a tool that I would want to carry on me. I'm just gonna keep it in the trunk, bungeed down, and it's gonna be a tool that I hold in the car forever now. So thank you, Oxido. I appreciate the help on that. And yeah, man, that's it for the 4Runner. So now you guys know a little bit about the 4Runner. It's had a lot of work done to it. It's got rust underneath, so I got to figure that out eventually on the frame. How do I take care of that? I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't really know how bad it is. I don't think it's too terrible, but if we come around to the inside, you'll see interior is not great. I got a little bit of wear and tear on the seats. I take my dog around in this car, so you know, she's got sharp claws and she scratches up the place. You know, got a little tears back here. Dad might drive the whip a little crazy sometimes, so she's got to dig her claws in. But overall, dude, I mean, I love this car. I wouldn't trade this car in because I know I'm not going to get anything really from it. Got my old jumper cables back here that I don't think I'll need anymore. A little dirty back here, but dog toys and whatnot. You can kind of lift this up and so lift that, lock it in, lock it in. Now you got 2 levels to it. I try to do that because sometimes I get moisture back here and it can kind of get wet and stays wet, and so it feels pretty dry right now, I think. Usually only towards like this crack right here. That's what happens when your car gets older, dude. The weathering strips kind of get bad on you. So, and I'm gonna take these off just so it matches the front, but definitely want new wheels, new tires, and new suspension. But that's gonna be, you know, a few $1,000. So that's the daily, man. That's the daily. As always, drive safe out there. Stay tuned for the next video. See you guys soon. Peace.